Welcome to the Daily Business and Finance Show. Micron faces a double downgrade and price target cuts, while medical properties trust stock rises after settling with Steward Health. Verizon braces for a Q3 severance charge of up to $1.9 billion, and Adobe beats earnings expectations but plunges despite record-high revenue. Berkshire Hathaway's Vice Chair Jane cashes in $139 million worth of Class A shares as Zaslav reveals WBD's subscriber growth post-discovery deal at the GS conference. Wells Fargo stock takes a hit following OCC enforcement action, and small private steps mark significant progress in commercial space ventures. Stay tuned after the short ad break to learn more about these headlines. Micron Technology shares dropped 5% after analysts downgraded the stock and reduced price targets due to a temporary slowdown in non-high bandwidth memory markets. Raymond James set its target at $125, while BNP Paribas Exane cut it to $67. Despite this, many analysts remain optimistic about Micron's future performance.
Medical Properties Trust stock surged 7.4% after settling with bankrupt tenant Steward Healthcare System. The deal restores control over 23 hospitals, transitioning operations to new operators in 5 states by September 2024. MPT expects $160 million annual rent from these properties by late 2026, with cash payments starting in early 2025.
Verizon anticipates a severance charge between $1.7 billion and $1.9 billion in the third quarter of 2024 due to a voluntary separation program for U.S.-based management employees. Approximately 4,800 employees will depart by March 2025. Additionally, Verizon plans asset and business rationalization charges up to $380 million this quarter. Shares declined by 0.59%.
Adobe's third quarter results are in non-GAAP earnings per share of $4.65 beat estimates by 11 cents, and revenue of $5.41 billion surpassed expectations by $40 million, marking a 10.6% year-over-year increase. The company reported GAAP net income of $1.68 billion and non-GAAP net income of $2.8 billion, with operating cash flows at $2.2 billion. Adobe repurchased 5.2 million shares and saw digital media annualized recurring revenue rise to $16.76 billion, including growth in Document Cloud and Creative segments. For the fourth quarter, Adobe forecasts revenue between $5.50 to $5.55 billion and non-GAAP earnings per share ranging from $4.63 to $4.68. Shares dropped nearly 8%.
Berkshire Hathaway's Vice Chairman of Insurance Operations, Ajit Jain, sold 200 Class A shares for $139.1 million on September 9, at an average price of $695,417.65 each. This sale leaves Jain with control over 166 Class A shares. He joined Berkshire in 1986 and was promoted in January 2018.
Warner Bros. Discovery CEO David Zaslav announced the company is navigating generational disruption but expects long-term growth due to strong content, better distribution deals, and international expansion. Shares rose 9%. Speaking at a conference, Zaslav projected over 6 million new subscribers this quarter and $1 billion in earnings next year.
Wells Fargo stock dropped 3.5% Thursday after the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency issued an enforcement action due to deficiencies in its financial crimes risk management and anti-money laundering controls. The bank must take corrective actions to enhance its compliance programs, according to a formal agreement with regulators.
Adobe's stock dropped 10% post-market after its third quarter results. Despite record revenue of $5.41 billion and earnings per share of $4.65, Adobe's fourth quarter outlook disappointed investors with expected revenue between $5.5 billion and $5.55 billion, below the consensus estimate of $5.6 billion, and earnings per share between $4.63 and $4.68.
Civilian astronauts Jared Isaacman and Sarah Gillis conducted the first-ever private spacewalk during the Polaris Dawn mission, launched by SpaceX. They tested new spacesuits 870 miles above Earth. Isaac Mann, CEO of Shift4 Payments, emphasized the honor of testing suits that may one day be used on Mars. Thank you for tuning into the Daily Business and Finance Show. Stay informed, stay ahead. Join us tomorrow for more insights and updates. Have a productive day. I'm Montgomery Jones.
And I'm Amalia Dupre. Until we meet again tomorrow, have a great rest of your day or night.
This content is sourced from the Seeking Alpha website, so support our podcast by becoming a Seeking Alpha Premium subscriber. See the show notes page for links to sign up. This episode is produced by Classic Studios. This podcast provides information only and should not be construed as financial or business advice. Check out our other podcasts in our network at classicstudios.com.